We start with the big story. Virat Kohli's Bangalore have suffered their fourth loss in 5 matches in the ongoing season of the IPL as Steve Smith's Pune team defeated the Red Army by 27 runs at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Ajinkya Rahane and Rahul Tripathi provided a solid start to Pune with a half-century opening stand. Spinners brought Bangalore back in the game, removing the Pune openers. MS Dhoni and Steve Smith then stitched a half-century stand that featured a huge six from Dhoni's bat, which landed at Chinnaswamy Stadium's roof. Bangalore put the brakes on Pune's innings, removing Dhoni and Smith from 127 for 2. Pune went down to 130 for 7 as Milne picked 2 in 2. But Manoj Tiwari then came to the party and to Pune's rescue. His 27 of just 11 deliveries helped the visitors post 161 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. Chasing the total, the host lost Mandeep Singh cheaply. Ben Stokes provided the big breakthrough, getting rid of Virat Kohli. Some smart work behind the wicket by MS Dhoni sent AB de Villiers back to the pavilion. Pune bowlers kept things tight and were rewarded with regular wickets. All Bangalore batsmen struggled to score runs and ended up 27 runs short of Pune's total. So 2 losses in 2 matches for Virat Kohli since he made his comeback from injury. All in all, it was Bangalore's 4th loss in 5 matches. Pune winning their 2nd game this season. Their bowlers stood up and Ben Stokes was the standout performer, picking up 3 wickets for just 18 runs in his 4 overs. Virat Kohli was certainly not happy with his team's performance. Alright, here's a quick look at the IPL points table where Mumbai Indians continue to lead with 4 wins out of 5 matches, while Kolkata are 2nd and the impressive Delhi team is 3rd with Hyderabad close behind. Punjab, Pune and Gujarat occupy the bottom half of the table with Bangalore at rock bottom with just 1 win from their opening 5 games, and it's already looking dire for Bangalore team if they have to make the playoffs. Now Virat's team finds itself in trouble early in the tournament and they have lost majority of their opening matches. They are in a tricky spot, but can they make the playoffs? Well, here's a look at teams that have made the playoffs from dire positions in the IPL in the past. 2010 saw Chennai lose 5 matches out of the first 7 matches but won the title. 2014, Mumbai Indians lost first 5 matches but made the playoffs as well. 2015, Mumbai lost 5 of their first 6 matches but eventually won the title. And we would not count Virat Kohli and his RCB team out. They can certainly make a strong comeback. Let me bring in our consulting editor Boria Majumdar on this. Boria, MS Dhoni contributing with the bat in Pune's victory, not at his best, but still good signs that Dhoni, especially that 6 that went out of the stadium, isn't it?
MS Dhoni, yes, it was good to see. It's very scratchy, except that boundary of Samuel Badri and that 6 which landed on the roof. Those 2 hits, but otherwise the innings was scratchy. But good to see him, hanging in there, doing the hard yards, staying the course, spending some time in the middle. That's what you need to do, because whoever you are, it will take a bit of time for you to come back to form. And that stumping of AB de Villiers for me was the turning point of the match. Excellent delivery for Imran Tahir. De Villiers coming out and then Dhoni in a flash. That was excellent for Pune. I really hope for Indian cricket Dhoni comes back to form as soon as possible.
In the other match, Rohit Sharma powered Mumbai home with an unbeaten knock of 40 against Gujarat at Wankhede Stadium. The hosts chased down Gujarat's total of 176 with 3 balls to spare. Put into bat, Gujarat did not have an ideal start as they lost Dwayne Smith in the very first over. Suresh Raina then joined Brendan McCullum. The duo put up 80 runs before Raina was dismissed. McCullum, after the early struggle, came good and smashed a half-century. Malinga removed McCullum for 64. Dinesh Karthik looked in supreme touch. The wicketkeeper batsman smashed a quick-fire 48 runs to help Gujarat post a challenging 176 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Mumbai needed 8 runs off the final over and Rohit Sharma took his side home with 3 deliveries to go. Mumbai skipper, who was short of runs, stood tall for his side as they registered their 4th straight win. The star with the bat for Mumbai, though, was Nitish Rana. The youngster continued his fine show with the bat and smashed his 2nd half-century of the season. Rana was named man of the match for his knock of 53 runs. With their 4th straight win, Mumbai moved to the top of the points table. Gujarat, on the other hand, suffered their 4th loss in 5 matches. Saurav Ganguly is live with us. Saurav, 2 big matches yesterday and Mumbai looking very strong, isn't it? They sit comfortably at the top of the table. Rohit Sharma, we heard him there saying that he is not opening, but he misses it. But he's fulfilling a role for his team, isn't it? Finally coming good with the bat, taking his team home.
Yeah, I think they are a very balanced side, Mumbai, and most importantly, what is important in cricket is is they have people performing. You know, I still feel Rohit Sharma is batting out of place and Josh Butler is batting out of place. Butler should bat at 4 and Rohit Sharma should bat at the top of the order. That's the best combination for Mumbai, and one swap this way, that side will not make too much of a difference to the team. But the key for them is the form of players like Pollard and Hardik Pandya and Krunal Pandya and young Rana. I think these boys are seeing them through. They're a very, very good franchise. You know, they look after their players. They stick to their players and keep them over a period of time, and that's why they have been very, very consistent.
Absolutely, Dada. Let's quickly discuss about Rohit Sharma. Well, you mentioned that Rohit should be batting up the order. Well, if India is looking ahead to the Champions Trophy and Rohit Sharma has to make the team, then he will open for India, isn't it? So why in IPL, being the captain, is he batting down the order?
I don't think we should compare Champions Trophy with the IPL because these are two different kettle of fish. Sometimes in IPL, because of the combination, you have to keep moving players up and down because one team doesn't have all the best players. But when you go to India and play for India in any tournament, Rohit Sharma doesn't need to fill that slot at number 4 or 5 and balance it, because there are players like Dhoni, Yuvraj, Ajinkya Rahane, Manish Pandey, Kedar Yadav will do the job. So his role is at the top of the order. So these are two different competitions, two different quality sides, and that's why the requirements are different.
Let me bring in Boria as well. Boria, finally big guns have started to fire. Rohit Sharma striking form at the right moment for Mumbai and taking his team over the line.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, most importantly, it was good to see that even after Kieron Pollard got dismissed, Rohit Sharma stayed the course. And that final boundary through fine leg, that cheeky shot that he played, you know, tells you that Rohit Sharma is gradually coming back. It would take anybody, however good a player you are, a little bit of time when you are coming back after an injury layoff and you've not played anything. In Rohit's case, it was almost 3 months, 3.5, 4 months that he's not played international cricket. So it will take a bit of time. Gradually good to see him come back, because he's a very, very important player for India going into the Champions Trophy. And he's a class act. In the one-day version, if anyone comes close to Virat Kohli in the Indian setup, it has to be Rohit Sharma. And with KL Rahul, in fact, that's an important point. With KL Rahul having surgery, I don't know whether he'll be fit in time or not for the Champions Trophy. So Rohit Sharma becomes that much important.
Absolutely. While the focus is on Rohit, Saurav Ganguly there mentioned some of the other players who have stood up and really delivered for the Mumbai franchise, especially Pollard. But young guns like Rana and the Pandya brothers especially have stood up for their team. But some other youngsters too have impressed so far in the IPL. Let's take a look. Year after year, IPL has given us the future stars of the game. IPL gives a platform to local young talent to emerge and perform with the big guns. It has always dished out surprises, making league a huge hit. With young Indians once again dominating proceedings this season, the league has emphasized on the importance of local talent. Mumbai youngster Nitish Rana has impressed one and all to lead the runs tally with 193 runs in 5 matches, while Sanju Samson too has contributed 134 runs in 3 games, which included a match-winning century against Pune. Pandya brothers too have been the flavour of the season with their timely knocks and crucial breakthroughs. The Pandya brothers emerged as match winners for Mumbai. The league also benefited the likes of pacer Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who stands tall at the top with 10 wickets in 4 matches. Delhi's Shahbaz Nadeem too has been in fine form, picking 4 wickets with a splendid economy of 4.90, which is the best among all bowlers this season. Indian discard Manoj Tiwari has put his case forward, with fitting knocks down the order for the struggling Pune team. IPL has always been a ground for budding cricketers. The exposure that the players get through IPL is immense. These young guns have had a perfect start, and now all they need is to maintain the same tempo throughout so that they can go the distance. Sports Bureau, India Today. Yes, Rohit's Mumbai looking very, very impressive. But one team, Saurav, that is struggling is Virat Kohli's RCB. They were expected to beat Pune team that has not been firing on all cylinders. But would you give credit to Steve Smith, the way he led the Pune team to victory?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they've done wonderfully well, the Pune team yesterday, because it was slowly slipping away for them, and they've managed to pull it back. You know, Steven Smith played well, but I think young Manoj Tiwari needs a special accolade, because I thought his innings at the end of the innings, at the end of the game, or the end of the RCB innings actually, or rather, I beg your pardon, the Pune innings actually tilted the game in their favour. You know, Virat Kohli has got to be careful, because I don't think they're playing on a good surface at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. You know, they need to play on a good wicket, because they're a power pack side. You know, with the likes of Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, and the names in that squad, Kedar Yadav, I don't think you can perform so poorly. Also, what they need to think is they need to find a way to get Chris Gayle back into this team. Because Chris Gayle has to play in IPL. Yes, he's had a little bit of a tough time. I know they're trying to get in Shane Watson as an all-rounder, but Watson has done nothing. You know, Watson looks a patch of his old abilities, and maybe there's a question of swapping him for Chris Gayle at the top of the order. De Villiers can come down at number 5 and number 6 and finish the innings with Virat Kohli probably at 3. They need to shuffle a bit, because they've exactly gone the way they did last season, where they did wonderfully well. It hasn't worked for them because they missed too many players at the start of the tournament and invariably lost those games. So they're trying to climb from behind, and it's getting difficult for them. So they need to quickly find a way to solve, but they need to get Chris Gayle back into this side, because, you know, if Chris Gayle fires, he will win the game for the RCB.
Absolutely. Now, sort of 161 runs that Pune defended, I think, is the lowest total any team has successfully defended in Bangalore against the RCB team. So certainly all RCB batsmen had an off day. They've lost 4 out of the opening 5 matches. While it's not dire straits yet, but certainly a tricky position. But are you backing Virat Kohli and his team to fire and probably make the playoffs?
Well, it's not going to be easy. You know, they have to find their form and play very, very well. But even last season, they didn't start very, very well, and then won about 7 or 8 games or 9 games in a row to get to the finals. So it's a similar situation for them. The good thing for them is Virat Kohli looks in good touch, but they're missing KL Rahul and missing the form of Chris Gayle and Shane Watson. So they have to get their combination right. They have to play it a bit differently, because they're in a position like the Pune team, where they don't want it to slip away too far, that it becomes difficult for them. It's still early days in the IPL. Everyone's close to each other, and nobody's, to be honestly, far ahead of the other. So they still have time to get back, but they need to get that surface right in Bangalore, because at the present moment it's too slow, it's gripping, and it's becoming difficult for the side batting second. So they need to sort that out and come back and get back their form.
An exciting clash today in the IPL. In the first match of the day, we will see Delhi host Kolkata at the Firozshah Kotla. Now, Delhi is placed 3rd in the points table. The team is filled with youngsters and has dished out some scintillating performances with both the bat and the ball. Zaheer Khan has led the team brilliantly. The team boasts of a solid bowling lineup with the likes of Pat Cummins, Chris Morris and skipper Zaheer Khan. Delhi have won their last 2 games and would like to continue their winning run. Kolkata too have looked solid in the initial phase, winning 3 out of their 4 games. Gautam Gambhir has led his side from the front. The team looks very settled and balanced on paper. Kolkata's top order is in supreme touch with Gambhir, Robin Uthappa, Manish Pandey all firing. It will be a good contest between Delhi's bowling and Kolkata's top order. Firozshah Kotla will host this exciting encounter. The action kickstarts at 4 p.m. today. Saurav, first of all, would you see it as a battle between the favourites and the underdogs? Delhi have been very impressive, isn't it? And they have a good crop of young Indian talent in Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer, Karun Nair, and they have the team to upset some of the big guns in the tournament.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Delhi have done really well in the 3 games. They've come back after their first defeat and have looked very good. They've played with a plan. You know, they look to bat first, put the runs up on the board and defend. What's good for them is the likes of Corey Anderson and the South African all-rounder have delivered under crunch situations. They've been exceptional in the last 4 overs, and they will be up and ready for it at their home ground at the Firozshah Kotla. So Kolkata will have to be very careful. I don't think Delhi are the underdogs, because in T20 no one is an underdog. It's about that particular day. But Delhi will also know that they're up against a very good bowling attack, because the likes of Kuldeep Yadav, Sunil Narayan and Piyush Chawla. They're all wrist spinners and they have variety. So that's the way they have restricted opposition batting, and they're going to be a different kettle of fish. What's also stood out for Delhi is the form of Pat Cummins. You know, he's bowled with pace, he's hurried batsmen and not allowed them to free the arms very, very quickly. So it's going to be a good battle. Although I agree that, and I believe that Kolkata is a much stronger side, a much balanced team, but you know, they'll have to really, really play well against Delhi.
Absolutely. Most of the pundits are backing Kolkata to win this match. But sort of, have you been impressed with Zaheer Khan, the veteran, coming out and putting youngsters to shame, emerging as one of the best pacers in the tournament so far?
Yeah, and I'm not surprised, because I've always said, you know, and Zaheer Khan is not the only example. Ashish Nehra is also the other example. You know, Boria is with us on the show. If you remember, a year ago, before the T20 World Cup, we were talking about the Indian team, and I said, why not have Zaheer Khan back, because he's just going to bowl 4 overs. You know, it's not like Test cricket, or it's not like one-day cricket where you have to bowl in a lot number of overs. It's just about turning up and bowling 2 and 2. And he's exactly done that for the IPL. Bowled superbly last year, has started very well this year. So it just goes to show that in this format, it's not just about young players. Yes, young players, if they are good, is fine. But even senior players, if they are good, you know, they make a mark, as has Ashish Nehra and Zaheer Khan done for their respective franchise.
Absolutely. Boria, a word on Zaheer Khan. He has been brilliant with his leadership as well as with the ball, isn't it?
Zaheer Khan has been an absolute revolution. I mean, to turn up 1 year later and to bowl the way he is bowling is quite incredible. And he's leading from the front. He has the confidence, he's bowling Yorkers, even fielding. I mean, you can see his passion when he took that catch the other day. Zaheer Khan is at the top of his game. I mean, marshalling his resources well. His captaincy has been under the radar, but doing well. But I'm not convinced by the Delhi batting. I mean, Sanju Samson and Karun Nair, these people need to step up consistently. Sanju Samson got that 100, but Karun Nair not in great form. Chris Morris, one day great, but can he do that consistently for Delhi? Sam Billings, very, very important at the top of the order. I am yet to be convinced against a quality bowling lineup like Kolkata. That's why I will say that despite it being a home game for Delhi, Kolkata Knight Riders for me is ahead.
All right, we've spoken about Delhi's skipper, but sort of very quickly a word on Kolkata skipper as well. Gautam Gambhir once again leading from the front with the bat. You reckon he will be the key player for the Kolkata team if they have to challenge for the title once again?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's been in terrific form. He's played a couple of very good innings, the first one and the third one at home. And he looks in great touch. You know, surprise package is Sunil Narayan at the top of the order. Robin Uthappa has got some runs. Manish Pandey has been very, very dangerous. So they're a pretty balanced team. They're a team which goes down till the end. I'm waiting to see whether they play Shakib Ul Hasan at the Firozshah Kotla ground, because he's another person who I think can add to the bowling repertoire, as with the batting as well, because he's been in great form for Bangladesh. They're a pretty balanced side, the Kolkata Knight Riders. They've lost a few players, important players, but they've still managed to pull it through. Chris Wokes down the order with the ball. Umesh Yadav has continued his good form after the Australia series, so they look a pretty balanced team.
Absolutely. I'd like to thank Saurav Ganguly and Boria Majumdar for joining us on this show. Remember, both of them join us again at 6:30 p.m. as we preview the second big match of the day.